Many countries impose strict regulations on social media to control content, limit access, or enforce censorship. These restrictions often reflect broader political or cultural agendas. Here's a look at 10 countries with significant social media restrictions, highlighting the specific rules and regulations that govern their use. 1. Brazil. Recently, Brazil imposed a temporary ban on the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, for failing to comply with the country's anti-disinformation laws. The Brazilian government is cracking down on platforms that do not effectively moderate content related to misinformation, particularly concerning elections and public health. The ban aims to enforce compliance with local regulations, including the removal of false information and ensuring transparency and content moderation processes. 2. China. China has some of the strictest controls on social media. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are blocked, and the government monitors and censors domestic social media like WeChat and Weibo. The Great Firewall filters content, and users can be penalized for spreading what the government considers false information or anti-state content. Chinese users often resort to VPNs to access blocked platforms, but using a VPN without permission is illegal and can lead to fines or imprisonment. 3. North Korea. North Korea has near-total restrictions on social media and internet access. Only a small, elite group of people have access to the internet, and social media platforms are banned. The government tightly controls all information, and unauthorized use of social media can result in severe punishment. The country's internet, Kwangmyong, offers a very limited and heavily monitored selection of content, accessible only within North Korea. 4. Iran. Iran restricts access to many social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, citing concerns over moral and national security. The government monitors social media and often arrests individuals for content deemed anti-government or immoral. Despite restrictions, many Iranians use VPNs to access blocked platforms. However, using these tools carries risks, including potential legal action. 5. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia closely monitors social media, and the government has arrested individuals for criticizing the royal family, government policies, or for spreading information that contradicts Islamic values. Social media platforms are generally available, but content is heavily policed. The cybercrime law imposes severe penalties, including imprisonment and fines, for sharing content that the government deems harmful to public order or religious values. 6. Turkey. Turkey has increased social media censorship in recent years, including blocking or throttling access to platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube during political unrest. The government has also implemented a law requiring social media companies to appoint local representatives and store user data within the country. The government uses these laws to demand content removal and track down critics, with violations leading to fines, platform bans, or even arrests. 7. Russia. Russia has strict laws governing social media use, including requiring platforms to store user data within the country and remove content the government considers illegal, such as calls for protests. The government can block platforms that fail to comply. The Sovereign Internet law gives the government greater control over internet traffic, allowing it to cut off access to global networks in case of a perceived threat to national security. 8. United Arab Emirates (UAE). The UAE has strict cybercrime laws that criminalize the use of social media to criticize the government, spread rumors, or post content deemed offensive to Islamic values. Platforms like WhatsApp, Skype, and FaceTime have been partially restricted. Violations can lead to severe penalties, including fines, imprisonment, and deportation for expatriates. 9. Egypt. Egypt has cracked down on social media following political unrest, with laws allowing the government to monitor and block content. Individuals can be arrested for spreading false news, inciting protests, or insulting the president. The government has also required social media users with more than 5,000 followers to register with the media regulator, subjecting them to media laws. 10. Vietnam. Vietnam heavily censors social media, requiring platforms to remove content deemed to oppose the government. The cybersecurity law mandates that companies store user data locally and provides the government with access to user data upon request. Individuals can face imprisonment for posting anti-government content, and social media users are regularly monitored.